garden.
Well, swell, but this man doesn't have a garden.
Oh, neither do I.
You don't? Well, if you had to hide it in this room, where would you put it?
Up there.
On top of that cupboard? You know something? You may be right. Oh, I hope I don't find any hairy little things living up here. Hey, there is something. It's heavy.
I found it, I found it, I found it, I found it.
If you think you're getting credit for this, you're crazy.
We won, we won, we won. We found it, we found it.
Did you find it?
No.
What do you mean, no? Yeah, the kid was yelling there.
Up there, it's up there.
Believe me, there's nothing up there.
Yeah? Freeholders of Herman Spare.
Where is he?
He's over in my room. You'd better take the boy out in the hall.
Oh, now who would have done a mean thing like that?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, this ain't my room.
Mine neither.
Oh, the police aren't going to like this a bit.
We could dry him off and take him down the hall to his own room. He really doesn't look too bad.
Oh, poor old Herman. Seems like him and Good Luck always was strangers. Well, maybe now he'll meet up with his other hand someplace.
A man drowned in his bed? Impossible. And in his pajamas. The second one in his pajamas. Stop lying to me. This nose tells me when you are lying. It is never mistaken, not in 23 years. This nose will make me commissaire of police. Mr. Dial or Mr. Joshua, which is it?
Dial.
And yet you registered in Megève as Mr. Joshua. Didn't you know it was against the law to register under an assumed name?
No, I didn't.
It's done in America all the time.
None of you will be permitted to leave Paris until this matter is cleared up. Only I warn you, I will be watching. We use the guillotine in this country. I have always suspected that the blade coming down causes no more than a slight tickling sensation on the back of the neck. It is only a guess, of course. I hope none of you ever finds out for certain.
Who do you think did it? Gideon?
Possibly.
Or Tex?
Possibly.
You're a fat lot of help.
That's right.
Can I have one of those?
One of what?
I think Tex did it. S'il vous plaît.
Why do you think Tex did it?
Because I really suspect Gideon, and it's always the person you don't suspect.
Do women think it feminine to be so illogical, or can't they help it?
What's so illogical about that?
Well, you just said that it's always the one you don't suspect. And you suspect Gideon, so therefore it must be Tex. But on the other hand, if you suspect Tex, it must be the other fellow, Gideon.
I guess they just can't help it.
Who?
Women. You know, I can't help feeling rather sorry for Scobie. Wouldn't it be nice if we were like that?
What, like Scobie?
No, Gene Kelly. You remember when he danced down here by the river in America and in Paris without a care in the world? You know, this is good. Want some?
No, thanks.
Oh.
And I guess you don't, do you? Here, give me that.
I'm sorry. I'm scared.
Yes, I know.
I can't think of any reason why he was killed.
Well, perhaps someone thought the 4 shares were too many.
What makes you think that this someone is going to be satisfied with 3? He wants it all, Alex. That means we're in his way, too.
That's right.
We've got to do something. I mean, any minute now, we could be assassinated. Would you do anything like that?
What, assassinate someone?
No, swing down from there on a rope to save the woman you love. Like the hunchback of Notre Dame.
Huh? Oh, who put that there?
Hurry up and change. I'm starved.
Let me know what you want to eat so that I can pick out a suit that matches. What do you want?
It's the house detective. Why don't you have a girl in there?
Oh, you're a pest.
Can I come in?
No, I'm going to take a bath.
Oh, wouldn't it be better if you did it in here?
What for?
Well, I wouldn't want to use that tub. And anyway, I don't want to be alone. I'm afraid.
You're only next door. If anything happens, holler.
Got you.
Did you ever hear the story of the boy who cried wolf?
The shower's in there.
Oh, come on, Reggie, open the door.
This is a ludicrous situation. I can think of a dozen men who are just longing to use my shower.
Why don't you call one of them?
I dare you.
Oh, you're a nut.
What are you doing?
taking off my shoes. What do you think I'm doing? Did you ever hear of anyone taking a shower with their shoes on? I usually sing a medley of old favorites when I'm in the shower. Oh, any requests?
Shut the door.
Oh, I'm afraid I don't know that one, miss. Well...
Shut the door.
Why? Come in and watch. Drip dry.
How often do you go through this little ritual?
Oh, every day the manufacturer recommends it.
I don't believe it.
Oh, yes, it's... Wait a minute. There's a label. Look at the small print. Wearing this suit during washing helps protect its shape. Waterproof? Acronylon. Fibrous resistant. Plastic. Rust-proof. Fly-proof. Proof-proof.
You're the nut. Yes.
Miss Slappett, Bartholomew. I spoke to Washington, Miss Slappett.
Go ahead, Mr. Bartholomew. I'm listening.
Well, I told him what you said about this man being Carson Dial's brother. I asked them what they knew about it, and they told me. You're not going to like this, Mrs. Lappett. Carson Dial had no brother. Miss Lappett?
Are you sure there's no mistake?
None whatsoever. Please be careful, Mrs. Lappett.
Bye. I left all my drip dry dripping. Is that all right? What's the matter? Something wrong? Oh, you're probably weak from hunger. You've only eaten 5 times today. I'll get someone to fix up my suit quickly and take you out to dinner.
Let's go somewhere crowded. I feel like a lot of people.
Hey, you know this thing is still damp? You haven't spoken a word for 20 minutes.
I was thinking about Charles and Scobie and who's going to be next. Me? I don't suppose you know who the murderer is, do you?
No, not yet.
Whoever's left alive at the end will pretty much have sewn up the nomination, don't you think?
What are you trying to say? That I might have killed Charles and Scobie? What do I have to do to satisfy you? Become the next victim?
It's a start, anyway.
I can't understand you at all. One minute you're chasing me around the shower room, and the next minute you're accusing me of murder.
Carson Dial had no brother.
Oh, I can explain that if you'll just listen.
Well, I can't very well leave without a pair of water wings, can I?
All right, get set for the story of my life.
Fiction or non-fiction?
Why don't you shut up?
Well,
Are you going to listen?
go on.
All right. Now, when I was a young man, my father expected me to go into his business. Umbrella frames, that's what he made. Well, a sensible business, I suppose, but I didn't have the sense in those days to be sensible.
I suppose all this is leading somewhere.
Well, it led me away from umbrella frames, for one thing. But that left me without any honest means of support.
What do you mean?
Well, in this highly competitive world, when a man has no profession, there isn't much choice. So I began looking for people who had more money than they needed, including some they'd barely miss.
You mean you're a thief?
Well, that's not exactly the term I'd have chosen, but it sort of captures the spirit of the thing.
I don't believe it.
I can't really blame you now.
But I do believe it. That's what I don't believe. So it's goodbye, Alexander Dial, and welcome home, Peter Joshua.
Sorry, the name's Adam Camfield.
Adam Canfield? Wonderful. Do you realize you've had 3 names in the past 2 days? I don't even know who I'm talking to anymore.
No, the man's the same, even if the name isn't.
No, he isn't the same. Adam Canfield is a crook, and I want to know why.
Well, it's simple. I like what I do. I enjoy my work. There aren't many men in the world who love their work as much as I do. Now, you look around sometime.
Is there a Mrs. Canfield?
Yes, but we're divorced.
Mm.
That's right. Now go and eat your dinner.
Oh, I could eat a horse.
I think that's what you ordered.
Don't you dare be civil with me after leading me on like this.
How did I lead you on?
Oh, that marvelous rejection. You knew I couldn't resist it, and now it turns out all you're interested in is the money.
That's right.
Oh.
Well, what would you like me to say? That a pretty girl with an outrageous manner means more to an old pro like me than $250,000?
I don't suppose so.
Well, it's a toss-up, I can tell you that.
What?
Hasn't it occurred to you that I'm having a tough time keeping my hands off you? Oh, you should see your face.
What's the matter with it?
It's lovely. Now what's the trouble?
I'm not hungry anymore. Isn't it glorious? Adam!
It's all right. Come and look.
Hey, you don't look so bad in this light.
Oh, why do you think I brought you here?
I thought maybe you wanted me to see the kind of work the competition was turning out.
Pretty good, huh? I taught them everything they do.
Oh, did they do that kind of thing way back in your day?
Sure. How do you think I got here?
Not allowed to kiss back, huh?
Oh, no. Doctor said it was bad for my thermostat. Well, when you come on, don't you?
Well, come on.
Yeah. In the lobby? Are you out of your mind or something? It's 3:30 in the morning. You mean it? All right. All right, I'll be right down. Wait a minute. Hey, turn on the light! Hey, I stop this thing!
3 of them, all in their pajamas? C'est ridicule. What is it, some new American fad? And now, your friend who lives here, the one from Texas, he's disappeared, into thin air. Where is he?
I wish I knew.
Tell me, Mr. Dial, where were you at 3:30 a.m.?
In my room, asleep.
And you, Mrs. Lampert?
I was too.
In Mr. Dial's room?
No, in my room.
Obviously, you're telling the truth. For why would you invent such a ridiculous story? And if I were you, I wouldn't stay in my pajamas. Good night.
Well, that wraps it up. Tex has the money. You go to bed. I'll let you know when I found him.
You gonna go looking for him now?
Well, if the police find him first, they're not going to turn over that $250,000 to us.
Oh, Adam.
Do as I tell you. Go to bed and bolt your door. Yeah?
Now, you listen to me, Dial. Look, I know who's got that money, man, and I want my share. Seems to be growing and growing every day. Well, I ain't disappearing until I get it.
Where are you, Tex?
Come on, man. Look, my mama didn't raise no stupid children. Look, I'll tell you what. You want to find me? Well, you just look over your shoulder, because from now on, I'm going to be right behind you.
Open up. I think I was wrong about Tex having the money.
Why?
I just heard from him. He's still hungry. That means killing Gideon didn't get it for him. So he's narrowed it down to us. You've got it.
But I've looked everywhere. You know I have.
Where's the airline's bag?
In the wardrobe?
Get it.
Lord, you're obstinate.
Charles must have had it with him on the train when Tex killed him. Thanks.
Everybody and his Aunt Lillian's been through that bag, including me.
Okay, we'll do it again.
I've been into it at least once a day. Somebody would have seen it.
It's there, Reggie. We're looking at it right now. Something on that bed is worth $250,000.
But what?
I don't know. 4 passports. Steamship ticket. Anything in there?
Nothing.
Wallet. Phone? And a fountain pen. What about that key?
To the apartment matches mine exactly.